Not entirely sure. It's either a tea cosy or a hat. Oh, farewell present from Mrs. Frobisher, wishing us luck in our new home.
Well, that's a relief. We can send it back now we're staying. You don't regret it, do you?
Not for a moment.
Well, you'll get a good crowd at Evensong tonight. They'll all be delighted not to lose you.
Not quite all.
If you mean Edna Birch, then you're wrong. She loves having something to grumble about.
I'm sorry for all that I've put you through these last few weeks.
I know what a tough decision it's been for you. You always want to help people, do what's right. That's your job, and I understand that.
You're right. Any marriage is based on trust. So let's remember our promise. No more secrets.
Agreed. Mwah. So now there's nothing standing in our way.
There's just one small detail to clear up. The bishop's expecting me at Damascus Street at 12. He thinks I'm starting work there today.
Well, you better call him then.
You're not thinking of wasting your money down at that Booker's again, are you?
Me? No. I'm just studying form in a hypothetical way.
What's that mean?
I'm imagining how I could clean Bookie out if I'd only a few bought for a steak.
Well, you haven't. So you can come to Harrogate with me this afternoon instead.
What for?
I thought I'd treat myself. Seeing as you never do. Besides, there's loads of stuff we want, a new duvet for a start.
What's wrong with Holden?
Oh, it's more men than cloth. It's got a beer stain on it the size of Bolton, thanks to you.
Aye, it's good for years yet.
I shall expect you to be ready at 2.
Oh, I'll get it.
Well, I'd love to come, Becky, but I can't. My sciatica's been playing me up all week.
You never said.
I didn't want to worry you, but just moving from there to here then were a strain.
You should get to doctors then.
I don't want to be a nuisance to everybody. No, you go off and enjoy yourself. Don't think of me sitting here alone in pain.
It's Sam.
Oh, we're going fishing again, Seth.
Of course, I'm really glad to be staying in the village.
I'm sure everyone is.
It's just that this is going to be my first day managing the wood.
Me and Marlon made ever such a lot of plans.
And as Bernice said, she doesn't want you to do it now.
Yeah, well, no, but it's obvious, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not so sure. He's staying because he's so devoted to her. She must feel the same about him. Perhaps she's planning on becoming a full-time vicar's wife when they're married.
You could be right. I mean, it's a lot of duties, isn't it? Harvest festivals, jumble sales, tea parties, cucumber sandwiches. I mean, not much time to run a pub when you're stuck into all that, huh?
That'll be £4.75.
Don't go getting your hopes up too high, Marlon.
No. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm just saying that if Bernice wants to devote herself to Ashley's parishioners, I'm still ready and willing to help out.
So, you're trying to tell me that you've just been giving young Sam here armchair advice on the best bait to use?
I'd love to have done more for him, but I can't with this pain.
Oh, you're being far too modest, love. If you've managed to catch that trout I found in the fridge from that chair, you're a miracle worker. Now, no more excuses. I'm off to the diner now, but when I get back, I expect to find you suited, booted, and ready to go to Harrogate with me. Right?
I think she means it, Seth.
I guess that means you won't be going betting with me dad, easy.
Oh, but I will. You go and tell your dad I'll see him at Woolpack at dinner time. Must be here somewhere.
What are you doing?
I'm just borrowing a tenner out of Betty's rainy day money. She keeps saying it hiding places, but I always find it.
She'll go spare.
She went if she don't know. You wouldn't tell her, would you? Anyway, I'll split it back out of my winnings tonight.
You're supposed to be going into Harrogate.
Tell her to go to the doctor's, pain got worse.
Oh, you're a villain, Seth.
I was buying a nice present out of my winnings and all. That'll make it all right.
Ah, welcome home.
We're all agreed this calls for a proper celebration. I feel a bit of a fraud. We never actually left the village.
I don't know why you even considered it.
Because there's no way I was going to be parted from Ashley, even if it meant leaving the village.
Well, now you don't have to do either.
Oh, Miss Mandy felt the same way. Every time Caleb even sneezes, she don't seem to have any problem leaving me or the village.
Well, no one's allowed to mope today. You've made me very happy. I'd have been heartbroken if Bernice had moved away just as we started to get close again.
Well, you should have talked to me about it. It might have made the decision easier.
I didn't want to interfere. In the end, you two had to sort it for yourselves. Besides, being close to your mother-in-law might not have been an attraction.
I'm looking forward to it. Certainly a lot more than my interview with the Bishop. I'd better be getting back to the vicarage.
Good luck. Time to come and join our celebration. Hey, and make sure Marlon's got a glass of champagne in the kitchen and all. Oh, maybe it'd be best if Bernice took it out to him. No one's officially told him he's not in charge yet.
Well, I think he's just trying to put wool over me eyes. He's up to summit.
How do you know?
He's always up to summit.
Maybe you should give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, Betty. He's not getting any younger. He might actually be in pain.
Sav says he'll meet you in Woolley.
Hey?
He wants to come betting, but we've got to keep it quiet, otherwise he'll be in trouble with Betty.
Bye.
Perhaps you were right. I am being a bit hard on him. If it's all right with you, Kathy, I'll leave earlier today. Rub a bit of oil on his back. That usually does trick.
I'm beginning to associate you with problems. First there were the complaints from your parishioners.
I think that's been settled now.
Since I expected you to be many miles away from here by now, that's of little comfort to me. I'm more concerned about the Damascus Street project. A difficult post to fill and one which I thought we had both agreed you were ideally suited for.
I changed my mind.
Or lost your courage. I offered you a post that was a real challenge, a chance to help people. I thought that was why you entered the church in the first place.
It was.
If you felt you weren't up to the job, you should have discussed it with me, not run away.
I'm not running away. I just realised I'm still needed here.
That is for me to decide, not you.
Right, get your kit off. I'm going to give you a good rub down. And I'm not taking no for an answer. Where is he?
He went out.
But I thought he was too sick to even get out of the chair.
He was. That's why he's gone down the doctor's.
He never goes to doctors unless I drag him there. Oh, hey, he must be really bad. I better go down to the surgery and pick him up.
No, don't do that.
Why not? Is he up to something?
No, but he wouldn't want you to miss your day out.
He's taking my rainy day money.
No.
Well, it's either him or you, and I should think very hard about the consequences before you keep trying to protect him.
He's gone fishing with Zach and Sam.
I thought so.
If I lose this money, I'm a dead man.
Best not risk it then. We could go fishing instead.
Shut up, Sam.
Sorry.
You smoking on? Has he given you good tips before?
I wish. Like getting blood out of a stone. But he needed to shift some dodgy gear this time, so he owed me a favour. Tell you something on the QT. His daughter-in-law is having an affair with the trainer, so it's from the horse's mouth.
Good enough for me.
I knew it would be. Let's clean them bookies out then.
Stop where you are! I'll give you fishing.
I imagine Bernice put a lot of pressure on you not to leave Emmerdale.
On the contrary, she was very supportive. It was only at the last minute I realised how much I was asking her to give up.
So your reasons were entirely personal.
I want Bernice to be happy. She's got family and friends in the village.
But she's prepared to sacrifice them for you.
I decided it was asking too much.
Particularly as she also has a business here.
That wasn't really a consideration. We'd made arrangements for her mother to run the wool pack.
But I should imagine that Bernice is now firmly back in charge.
Yes?
Well, perhaps that's where your future married life lies.
What do you mean?
Well, I've already seen you working behind the bar. You looked surprisingly at home for a man of the cloth.
I'm not a barman. I'm the vicar of this parish.
Technically, that position became a vacancy when you accepted the Damascus Street post.
Do you mean you're sacking me?
I'm surprised you ever agreed to go.
I really believed I was saying goodbye to this place. Right up until Ashley's sermon.
2 specials?
Oh, wow, this looks really delicious, Marlon.
Oh, I wanted to do something a bit exotic, you know. I thought it'd be an introduction to the new management.
Look, Marlon, I'm sorry things didn't work out how you wanted.
You know, I never wanted you and Ashley to go. I just wanted a chance to prove that I could manage this place.
I know how you feel. Remember how hard it was for me to get a loan for this place?
Yeah. Difference is, though, that it worked out for you, didn't it?
3 more specials at table 5. You're right, they love it. We definitely have to have it on our menu at M&T's. Well, that's what I thought we could call our bar in Spain. There's nothing to stop us now, is there?
We've got to get it first.
Yeah, well, with my looks and your talent, can't fail, can we?
I hope I didn't upset Marlon.
He'll get over it. I'm just glad you and Ashley have sorted everything out.
I hope so. Been an awfully long time with the bishop.
You can't take me away from my parishioners.
You have to admit that there have been a few problems between you.
This isn't the way to solve them.
Perhaps not, but you've clearly taken a great deal of time to consider your options. I believe I have the right to do the same.
Yes, of course.
You're clearly torn between your marriage and your vocation. Well, if you leave the church, you need never face that problem again.
Do you think I stayed because it was the easy option? Do you think I'm more suited to being a barman?
That's a rather harsh way of putting it, but you're in love. I'm suggesting that you may be happiest where your heart is.
We're agreed on that, but being in love doesn't mean I've lost my vocation. It might make me understand people better, help them more.
I offered you the chance to help people. He has sent me to bind up the broken-hearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Isaiah. But I happen to think that Ecclesiasticus is more apt. Forsake not an old friend, for the new is not comparable to him.
Oh, we could swap quotes all day. That's not going to give us the answer.
I don't claim to know all the answers, but I do know that I'm needed here, and not just for the sake of my marriage. There are people in Emmerdale who need my help.
To choose the flowers for the harvest festival.
You don't only find poverty in inner cities. I see farmers who don't know where their next penny is coming from. Kids who are raised here who can't afford anywhere to live now the weekenders have moved in.
Sounds like a job for the social services.
They're proud. Sometimes it's easier for them to turn to the church.
And what can you offer them that a new vicar couldn't?
I've made mistakes, I admit it. But I think that they trust me. They know that I'll be there to listen to them, and sometimes that's what they need the most, like the bus crash. It was over in seconds, but it can take years to come to terms with losing someone you love. I feel that I belong here. But I don't just want my church to be somewhere where people sing hymns and say prayers. I want it to be the heart of the village. That's the job I've still got to do, if you'll let me.
Then I wish you luck. And I hope you know what you're doing.
Keeping company with my lady, then comes River Dance towards the far side. Coming down the middle.
Can we go fishing when you've placed your bets?
No, we'll stop and watch the races.
What's the point if you know you're going to win? We could get a few hours fishing and still get back in time for you to collect your money.
Yeah, but we'd miss all the atmosphere. We want to savour the moment. There's no finer feeling than watching your horse romp home.
It's the sport of kings, Sam. Fortunes have been won and lost on that turf.
Can I have a bet then?
Depends if you got the stake.
I was hoping you'd lend it me.
What's your selection, then, from your extensive knowledge of runners and riders?
Old Trout in the 4 o'clock.
Old Trout is a flea-bitten nag that'll be pulling milk floats by now if they hadn't turned him electric. So why do you want to chuck my money away on it?
Because I like fishing and Trout will what I caught. Can I have a bet on it, Dad, please?
Yeah, as long as you're button your lip for the rest of the afternoon, it's worth it for the piece.
Great.
How's it going?
I managed to track down another enthusiast in Newcastle. But the trouble is the diagrams he sent me are all in Afrikaans. Newcastle, South Africa. He emigrated there after the war.
You know, Eric Pollard says he knows experts who can renovate these.
Now, he only wants to get his hands on her because he can smell a profit. She is mine. I'll put her together if it takes the rest of my life.
I think it might do. I admire your spirit, though.
Oh, it's worth the work, Jack. This is my dream. To travel everywhere on a masterpiece of British engineering.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Alan's just remembering the days when Britain ruled the roads as well as the seas. It's great to see you back.
Thanks. Seems like a lot's been happening around here.
Yeah, you know the Tates have got the school bus contract. Eric Pollard's work. I told them he was corrupt, but they still went ahead and voted for him. I mean, how are we going to stop all this?
Oh, Alan, we wasted months trying to do that. I reckon Chris and Eric are both so devious, they'll end up outfoxing each other. We do best getting on with our own lives.
Yeah. You've certainly got enough on your plate. Bye.
So have you. I heard things aren't getting any easier between you and Sarah.
Well, I never wanted it to get this far, Kathy. But no one's taking my kids without a fight.
Thank you. 120 each.
Sweet.
And as your namesake said when he first set foot on the moon, one small step for man, one giant smack in the chops for the bookies. They'll be celebrating in the Dingle household tonight, to which, of course, you are cordially invited.
Later, maybe. Have something to do first.
Got the bears, Dad. How's the horse get on?
Oh, yeah, it sneaked third, yeah. Lucky you backed it each way.
Great.
Now get them beers in the van.
That's not right. Old Trout is still running. It was that far behind they went to it 4:30.
But he don't need to know that. It's been a perfect day, sir. I don't want anything to spoil it. Come on, I'll get you a lift on.
No, thanks, Jack. I've got to stop off and get Betty a nice present. Then my day'll stay perfect and all.
So you think I'm doing the wrong thing?
I didn't say that, Jack. I'm just worried about how a court order's going to affect your Victoria.
Look, I know you gave up Alice, but that was different. At least you knew she was going to a stable home. Richie's still a boy. He's not fit to be anywhere near my kids.
But have you tried talking to her about it?
Oh, there isn't any point. She won't listen to me. She thinks they're in love. I mean, maybe when she has to talk about it in court, she'll realise how it seems to everyone else.
But what if the court goes against you?
Well, everyone keeps telling me that they favour the mother with a girl Victoria's age. But they can't if they look at the facts. She's the one that broke the marriage up. She's the one that left her kids.
Yeah, well, let's hope they see it that way too.
Well, that's a risk I'm just going to have to take.
Second childhood?
Yeah, something like that. I just find it's a nice place to think.
Me too. Me and Butch used to bring Belle here. Sometimes I like to pretend she was our baby. But that's a wish that's never going to come true.
He'd have made a good dad.
What about you and Mandy? You planning a family?
Well, I used to think we'd have plenty of time before we needed to start worrying about that, but now I'm not so sure. I just get really lonely, what with her being away all the time. Maybe it's a bit selfish, but if we had a baby, she'd have more reason to stay at home.
My Betty had one just like this. A brocky tactic fool with right over. Really? She made my life out for weeks. Said she'd never find another like it.
That's just right. Thank you.
Well, I've always liked Roy.
Yeah, but I understand why he did it, Beth. Hi, Kelly. I heard about what happened.
I'm not surprised on the talk of the village again. I bet people couldn't wait to tell you I got what I deserved.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I ain't going to do anything stupid like before. That'd give them too much satisfaction.
I reckon it's going to take her a while to come to terms with it.
Well, I came to see how Seth was. Is he in bed?
It might be, when I've finished with him, a hospital bed.
What's that then, Grandad?
It's a present.
Thank very much.
Hey, give me that back.
Come and get it. Like thingy in the middle.
Hey, this is funny.
It's from where we're standing. And the exercise will do you good. Oh, make it easy for you. You can't have that.
Oh. Oh.
Cheers, Grandad. You can keep this.
Oh. Oh. Oh.